Hello, everybody, and welcome to this new edition of GM Web3 dedicated to MultiversX ecosystem. And today is a special edition where I will receive Crypto Mercy, the CEO of EAPES, one of the biggest and the oldest NFT collection on MultiversX. And during 1 hour, we'll speak together about his background, about the EAPES journey, and about his vision of MultiversX, but also Solana ecosystem, and how to build in this troubled time sometimes. So let's invite my guest of today, Crypto Mercy. Hello.
Hey, you hear me well?
Yes, I do.
Nice
How
to
are
see
you?
you, bro.
Yeah, nice to meet you. How are you?
Very good, man. Very good. Yeah, it's still early in the morning. A lot of things to process with the family, but everything is clear. So,
What
and
time
you,
is it? What time is it where you are?
10. Yeah,
Okay, so it's okay. And so you're in Canada. I can see with your sweatshirt.
yeah, man. Yeah, man. As I told you, Saturday morning we're leaving in France, in Paris. So maybe we can go and have a coffee. We'll,
Definitely.
Yeah, we'll be there for 2 days, and we are flying to Benidorm in Spain for uh, the national, international Masters Championship, and we'll be representing Team Canada. So that's cool. That's cool. I had received this invitation a couple of weeks ago, and I was really surprised because I'm an ex member of the volleyball team, Team Canada, and they go all around the old Team Canada members and to see if some are available or are still able to walk to or play.
Okay. So thank you very much for accepting my invitation. Let's be completely transparent. EAPES is a sponsor of GM Web3 for a month now, but this interview will happen exactly like the same as before and as all the interview that I host here. I mean, all the question will be asked. You don't have the question in advance. And of course, people from the chat can ask the question they want. So it will be like a real, a true interview, AMA. But thank you very much for the support of GM Web3 for months now. And you are helping me by this sponsorship to continue to host this show and to say and to invite who I want, whoever I want, and whatever I want to say. And that's the free speech I really want to keep. So thank you very much for this. It was the introduction I wanted to say for the audience.
It's a pleasure, bro. And you know, uh, uh, everyone knows that GRM is sometimes a little controversial, but what I like is that you're really smart, and you're saying some different things that other don't want to say, and that's fine. We need these kind of peoples in the space, and we need to push the space. Everyone is loving multiverse 6, so and it's for the best, and people, I think, needs to understand that. And even you had I remember when we started, um and it was tough days, and you always have been transparent and tell what you think, so it's appreciate.
Even about EAP's project,
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
I
And
remember, and sometimes the community was a bit tough about that. But you always listened. You always let me say what I think on the Discord, on Twitter, and so on. Even though it was not exactly what you agreed with, but that's fine. So thank you very much for this, and that's, in my opinion, the way a builder must do with his community, because let's be completely transparent again. I still have some like EAPES NFTs here and on Solana. So I'm holding them. To be completely honest, I'm not following the project like every single day, but I keep holding my EAPES, and they're a part of my journey on multiverse. Because as I always say, EAPES is the project that made me discovered MultiversX ecosystem. It was one of the first I minted. It was January 2020.
Oh, I was there with you, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you were not the CEO back at
No.
the time. We'll speak about that. And yeah, EAPES was there for the Victor, charity campaign. I remember I sold my EAPES NFT to help Victor walking again. And so yeah, EAPES is a special collection for me and for most of people in MultiverseX, even though people who don't hold any NFTs at the moment, but it's part of the legend. But like before we start about talking about EAPES, MultiverseX, and so on, for those who don't know you, can you introduce yourself, your background, like in a very quick way to tell us where you're from, and yeah, before you arrived on MultiverseX, who are you, Crypto Mercy?
Oh man, I've been all my life like a big worker. You know, very at secondary four, start play volleyball and just to be with the guys and hard hard work, understanding how it's important to bring people together and push the momentum. That's make the difference. And always been evolving through that. And I play volleyball at college, university, on the national team of Canada. And and I was also having my communication multimedia business. And I own also a label, music label. And my family always has been really strict, and I'm from a family of accountant. My father is accountant. The boyfriend of my mother is accountant. My mother is accountant. So always been around numbers. And all my friends are really close with the finance world, and always been evolving through that. And I'm a deep human. Respect always has been really important for me. Respecting people, helping people, help, and that's a big part of my life. Helping people, and education, coaching. I also have my own channel, which is named The How. It's been running since 3 years, and I've been coaching people to understand macros and interrelations, market interrelations. So always I've been helping people to understand how it's working. So, yeah,
Okay. When and how did you discover Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies in general?
very early, you know, uh, 2015. I've been following that and buying the bottom of Ethereum in 2018, and it was really funny because I gave some ETH to my sisters and brothers, and they were, "What the fuck is this?" And I was, you'll see." But it was a good time for me. Yeah, $20 for Ethereum at the time. And people always love the communities. I've been part of many communities on the Ethereum blockchain, so learning metaverses, and Sumium Space, Decentraland, all these always has been very close to me. So a lot of fun around that, and always been passionate about art, collectibles, and all that. So I'm a big fan, big collectors of, to be honest, silver, hockey cards, everything you want. So always been passionate about that. Yeah.
Okay. And when and how can you check your DM? I just sent you a message. And I was saying, like, when and how did you discover MultiversX? Elrond at the time, and why this blockchain, maybe more than others, took your attention at this moment.
Um, through the owl, I have like community, the NFT community channel, and we've been sharing a lot of stuff, and people started to talk about Elron at the time, and I was following that and making some, analysis for fun, sharing some thoughts about the project, learning, reading, and it became I became part of the community at the time. Carl was in the hall, so we were very close, and
So
yeah,
Carl was the former CEO
yeah,
and the
exact.
co-founder of EAPES at the time. Because let's make some history maybe for people who are here. At the beginning, EAPES is correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's a French project with three co-founders, three French people, and they decided after the mint to like step down and to find a new to someone to
The
take the project away. Yeah.
the guys were from Iceland.
Oh, okay. Just a small technical problem, but Mercy will be back. And in the meantime, guys, don't forget to subscribe, to comment, to like, and to share the video. It's very important for us. And you can also support GM Web3 with by sending some crypto to the wallet you can find on on my website, like the bento, on which you can find all the wallets, so you can contribute to GM Web3. Mercy is back.
Oh,
Yeah,
you lose me. You lost me.
yeah,
Oh,
but I
sorry.
found you back. So yeah, let's maybe talk about the genesis of EAPES for those maybe who don't know what happened at the beginning.
Oh yeah, yeah. What happened is that Carl was really pushing and looking, meeting with team members at the time, and to be honest, he was transparent with us. They were not really, taking care of much of the project and the roadmaps and everything. So he has been like pushing, and he was, he met with them, and finally they said, why don't you take care of the project, because we don't have time, and you know, so he has been picked as a CEO at a time, and I remember him, pushing and
Yeah,
trying to. Yeah, he
yeah.
has been very helpful to save the project at a time, even if people don't really know about that.
Yeah, let's be clear. At the beginning, EAPS was just an art project, just
Yeah,
an NFT community project, no real roadmap. Even in a technical matter, it was not very interesting. You know, it was just a very cool PFPs community. Even the mint was not really well handled. But let's be honest. At the time, launching an NFT collection was not easy. There were like no. It was the beginning of Deadware, the first marketplaces, and so on. So
yeah.
yeah,
You remember he moon and everything.
yeah, I remember. I remember. And so they decided to leave the project. So it was about finding a new CEO and a new team. Not a complete new team, because some people stayed on the project. But yeah, I remember about the election. The election was about finding the new CEO, and I remember there was like several candidates. We had like DB Crypto. We had like the CEO of Elron Mafia at the
Oh
time.
yeah, yeah, man, I
You
remember that.
remember?
Kimura. Yeah.
Yes, Kimura from Jungle. No, what's the name of the project? Oh, I don't remember. Um,
E-punks.
yeah, Yeah, but also the DeFi stuff he built. I don't know
Yeah,
the
yeah,
name, but
exactly.
anyway. And so I think basically you were not candidate. You were like advisor or maybe the co-candidate, but you were not the
Oh
main
yeah,
candidate. Can
absolutely
you
not.
explain us what happened with this
And
election of the new CEO?
I didn't have really the time to be the CEO at the time. I remember that, and DB has selected me and Ichi as advisor at the time, and we were chatting. Yeah, remember DB didn't know much about the DAO part, and I was. Involved at the beginning with Carl in explaining to him how governance and voting system exist and why it's important for the confidence, and DB was more like in a position where he wasn't really caring about the DAO, and I think he would have dropped the DAO if it was not about me at the time. But we chat, we exchange a lot, and finally he was agreeing with what I was saying, and different things happen with MSV at the time, and DB just decided to drop
So
and
MSV is a Morningstar
yeah,
Venture. It was the VC that decided to invest money on in EAPES project. It was the first time a VC decided to invest on an NFT project, and especially on MultiversX. So it was something great. But actually, all the community were pretty much disappointed about their involvement, which was like very low, except buying NFTs actually. So yeah, and at the end, MSB decided to like leave the project too.
yeah. I'm not freeze, huh? You can still
No, no,
hear
no.
me?
I
Oh,
can
okay,
see
okay,
you. I
perfect.
can hear
Okay.
you. Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah, I think the community was disappointed about the roadmap after the X Day and what was has been
Yeah,
presented at the
definitely.
time, and
In Paris.
yeah, and and the Eagle was like losing a big support around 125 at the time, and that the Eagle was dumping, and so people started to complain and FUD, and it's so a big mess, and they just decided to bring governance bot to elect the CEO at a time. So and DB decided to move away. So the community and the team at the time, and DB and the advisor decided to request me if I would be interested in taking the place of DB, and because it was like I'm trying to remember. There has been a vote, and he was like he had received a majority of the vote at the
Yeah,
time. So
yeah,
yeah,
definitely. He won the election, and
yeah,
after he won, he decided to step down. And at this time, you said, "Okay, so I will be the CEO," and you organized a new vote to confirm or
yeah,
not your
exactly.
position as a CEO. And in this vote, you got the majority, and so you became the CEO of EAPE. So this is how it happened.
Yeah,
What did you find when you became the CEO of the apes? Sorry, guys, for this technical problems. I hope it will not last too long. And don't forget that you can ask your questions in the comment section if you want to ask anything to Crypto Mercy.
oh, you hear me?
Hey, back.
All
Yeah,
right, the
you're back.
connection was lost.
So I,
uh
w- I was asking, what did you find when you became the CEO of EAPES? Did you discover anything like weird, bad surprises, or on the contrary, everything was what you expected?
oh man, so many surprise. To be honest and transparent, it was highly controlled at the time. Even the communication was kind of weird for me a little bit. And the DAP at the time was like not outdated, so we were in a beta version, core beta version of Elron, and we had like to spend around 80 hours to update, and Mihai even like helped us with the libraries at the time to update the DAP. So and EAPES Island was like something that was kind of weird because when I receive all the files, yeah, I push the file to some friends from Activision that I have here in Montreal, and to Cyberpunk City at the time to um, Lille. So they look at all these files and they were like basically like fucking templates like downloaded in not much, like 1 2 days of work have been done. So I was really surprised because Carl at the time was saying you can launch this in 2 3 weeks, man. I was like, what the it was kind of you know do your best, but we're moving, so I was feeling like a bit like surprised about all this, and always been transparent and telling the truth to the team, and we were disappointed about many things, but we never stopped to work, and we always move forward, and think about investors, about the community, and push as hard as we can. So I think it has been really appreciated by the community since.
Yeah. Did you think about giving up when you saw all this difference between what you were sold and between what you got? Did you think about okay, no, you know what? It's too big for me. It's too complicated, and it's too the FUD and all the community to. Did you think about giving up someday or never?
Yeah, but think about it and doing it, it's two things, and I always been like a fighter, and yeah, it try to break me, you're gonna have a hard time. So and I have a lot of community experience, deep human experience with people, and very close with the communities, many members. So also um, it was important, to go over all this and make it happen, and keep pushing for me. It was just like important, and many of our community's members have been long friends too since a while. So it was my family in a way. So you don't just drop your family like this. It's like a part of you.
Mm, got it. Another question is about the you talked about the drop of the EGLD when it was at 175. Now
25,
it's
yeah.
20, yeah,
Well,
125. Now it's 10 times less.
yeah.
So you, with me, with all of us, you saw this EGLD dropping. You also saw the NFT volume dropping, the bear market, and you also saw that when the bull run started again. Unfortunately, MultiversX is not part of it yet. So the main question is how to keep building when uh, nothing goes well in the ecosystem. We're losing project. The token is dropping hard. There is not much volume on the NFT industry sector, except maybe yes, EAPES, maybe Dinovox, but like many projects that just died. So as a CEO, as a team member, and with such a community, how do you keep building when nothing goes very well around you? That's the what I want you to know.
Yeah, it needs a lot of effort, a lot of strategy, uh still working like 70 hours per week, sometimes 80 hours. I'm just like not counting, and sometimes not sleeping and trying to find ways to bring some volumes, bring some excitement. But the thing is that you don't build a project around hope too. So at a certain point, we need to be realistic with the situation, and you need to bring some revenues. You need to pay the developers. You have expenses, so it was always been like a part of our strategy also to grow, expand on different blockchain. I've been pushing a lot for that. It's just that you want things to move on. You want a community that is happy. Not everyone is always happy. Every decision you'll have some members that don't agree, but to have the majority is important. And we've been pushing a lot different activities. Our DApp, we launched a marketplace. We have been like evolving, pushing all the tools to and offer what we can to the tribe. But the volume always, it's fine to bring activities and bring some IDs to push the volume, but at some points, the reality, it's like walking against the wind all the time a little bit. And it's not it's not easy. I mean, it hasn't been easy.
Yeah,
But
because
I love adversity. It's important. Like you need to, it's something. It's a challenge, and this is what I love about this experience.
yes, because the business model cannot be just about royalties. And so the volume on the secondary market at a time, and this is what you say, you need to generate some revenue, because this is what will empower the project. The thing is, I have another question. How can you be full time on EAPES? How can you pay yourself? I think the treasury is not like big. It's in EGLD, so I think it decreased like so much since you arrived on the project. So yeah, how can you, and not just you but also the other team member, continue to work for Yapes without being paid, or just like paid some hundreds of bucks maybe, but it cannot be more, because the project cannot like use all the treasury to pay you, because it's the war chest, like we say. So how
Yeah,
can you be still motivated and so on without getting paid for all the hours you're spending on the project?
I think the reality is that I didn't need to get paid personally because of different reasons, and that in anyway, it always has been very important to me to pay our like employees and team members. It's sorry, I'm sick a little bit, so
It's
viruses
fine.
around here, and what it was important for me is to really bring people in the team who were really having the project in their blood and pushing even without being paid at some point. You don't have any choice. You say, man, I want you to get some bonuses. I want to pay you. So you find a way. When you're in front of a wall, you find solution. And we've been able to deal with every situation and make sure that we can bring some revenues and we can handle the situation. And I think always has been transparent with the team, and they always has been respectful, and it's really important to have everyone together in these tough moments, I would say. And we have been able to do that. A lot of meetings, a lot of consultation, but it's part of the game, and we have been able to sustain. And it's just starting for me, and it's such a nice project, and we have such a nice community. I mean, we're lucky, really.
Sounds very good. So before we speak about the extension, I call it an extension on Solana. Can you explain to those who are listening to us live and on the replay, what are the biggest milestones? What are the biggest successes that you are proud of since you arrived on EAPES? And maybe if you had to pitch EAPES, because even me sometimes when people are asking me what is EAPES, okay, it's a great art, it's a great PFPs. The community is very cool, very benevolent, very resilient.
Yeah.
They are building some playable island on which you can you will be able to evolve, and there is also a token with some DeFi mechanisms. But can you do it like as a CEO? How would you explain what is the apes, and after, so take your time, what are the biggest milestones that you're proud of before talking about Solana extension, please?
Okay. EAPES is community-centric project for sure. We build with people, with IDs, with a team, strong team, experimented team. And one of the biggest milestones for me is that we have been able to create 13,333 apes in 3Ds, and that's amazing. Uh, in these 3Ds are avatars that you can use in different worlds. Like right now, we have just tested an avatar on Nifty Island, and we think it's really important to access these metaverse and communities, and you know connect with them. It's really important. So and also test our tribe, and to see if if they have an interest in metaverses, community through metaverse. You have a couple of metaverse that are going pretty well, but it's not for everyone too. So it's really important for us to go over that phase and make sure that at some point we have the showroom that is coming, so people will have access to a part of the island on the beach on Bitcoin Bay, and we can just start test, and we'll have a DJ platform, and we have Make and Vape who are gonna spin for us, and we're gonna start with parties, banana session, and all that. I know you remember banana session live on Twitch, and
With DG Vaped,
yeah,
yes.
DJ Vape, yeah,
I just
yeah.
I just love him. He's great, very good vibes, very good DG set. Yes, it was amazing.
Yeah, and Make is highly connected with geese, with different communities, Decentraland. He's also spinning on the Meta Blast live every Friday. So we are, connecting with Decentraland too. It's really cool. We also have the marketplace that has been something. That the community was waiting for, and that we have pushed because it's just like important, because we're gonna have a lot of also assets related to EAPES Island. We're gonna have lands, we're gonna have properties, coastal lands. We're gonna have many assets related to that. They're gonna be game assets, and also we have a tool that provide you. This was really cool. It's a tool that you can create banners for X or profile images. We have EAPES pool also that we launched with different pool that are providing you a chance to accumulate the apes token, and many great things we've been pushing on our app, and that's really important. We have been pushing also Yapes Island behind always slowly. It's a big project, just to organize, design, create
Yeah.
the zones and everything.
You started the work of designing the 3D assets and so on with Cyberpunk City. You mentioned them at the beginning of our interview, but they decided to leave MultiversX for Solana. And
Yeah.
at the end of the day, they decided to trade their treasury with Trump meme coin, and they lost everything with leverage. So was it a hard hit to the project, the situation? And was it easy to find another studio to keep producing the 3D assets? And correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the way I saw the stuff on X.
Yeah, I don't really have followed the situation about Cyberpunk City at the time. I know different things happen, and I don't want to judge anybody about what happened. People make errors, and
Yeah,
that's
this is
life.
not the point. Is
And
how
and
it EAPES actually. Yeah.
it didn't it EAPES because MVX, like all the 3Ds on MVX were done when that happened.
Okay.
And Ahmet, who was working for Cyberpunk City at the time, knock at our door and ask us, guys, looking for a job. So I was like, let's go. He was already working for us, developing different stuff for us. So we are now working with Red Break, Hammett. So
Okay.
really talented 3D designer. Yeah,
Sounds good. Sounds good. So fortunately, the asset were done, but like
for
you said,
sure.
yeah.
For sure. At the time, we had I was with Halil on Cyberpunk City, and we were on the beach, and right there in the metaverse, and we were talking, and I said to Halil, would be cool to take a boat and go on the other side right there on the Apes Island, and the idea started there, and
I
we were,
remember
yeah,
we talked about the bridge between the EAPES universe and the Cyberpunk City universe. We were supposed to have like a cross token universe and the way to. Yeah, I remember about this storytelling. It
yeah,
was
and you
really
had
cool.
you had Cyber Network too, if you remember at the time, but we always has been independent and doing our stuff. We decide, and I would say that I've always been a consultant for that project too. They were knocking at my door, requesting, different IDs, recommendation about communities, how to handle. It wasn't easy to for them, so we were working very closely, meeting every week, and they were, Ganser and Alil are amazing people. So and Ganser is still in communication with us too. So we work together sometimes on different things. So we're I'm not connected with Alil, but but we've been really so close with that team that still have connection with them. Yeah,
I remember I received him on the show, and despite what happened at the end of the project, he looked like a good guy.
such a good
Anyway,
guy.
yeah.
Yeah,
So let's speak about the extension to Solana. So you decided a few months ago to launch. I call it a capsule collection because you have the main collection, the 10,000 NFTs on MultiverseX, and you decided to launch a new one of a 3,333. It's hard
yeah.
to say. New NFTs with the exact same art as the first collection, but with new assets. But also the previous ones, so it's a mix with former and new assets. So my first question is about the artistic direction, not about the choice of the blockchain. How did you decide? Because you launched other assets with AI, the relics, the necklace. Let's be completely uh, honest with you. I have never been a big fan of these AI uh, NFTs. But anyway, and there you decide to go back to the first, to the best art ever, the EAPES, and to add some very interesting new attributes. So, what was the thinking behind this choice? Because you could have done a very new collection with a very new art, very new assets, and so on. So, explain what was the thinking behind this.
The reality is that we have the base body, but we work on the texture of the body. So you have like a no brainer, like the zombie is like we didn't touch that, but you can see different style, body style, different like threads, hats. We it was important to keep like the classical one, I would say, and but make sure that we create these new threats for America more style, for people who live in the United States, Canada, and is so it's why we bring like you have this racing hat, which is really racing hat is really popular. You have like the platoon helmet, who's in relation with the classical movie Platoon. You have different threats that were really important to us. We had a big brainstorm about that, but the quality always has been a priority. So in matching the colors, making sure we knew it was a limited edition, so we pushed really hard to make sure that that we would like surprise the soul community and be more like focusing on different threats that are related to America, I would say, in general.
Okay, thank you. But it was more about why keeping the same art and really not to launch, for example, a very new collection. Let's take some examples. You have the Bored Ape Yacht Club with the mutant. You have the Azuki with the bean. So sometimes collection launch another very new art, new story behind it. So you decided to do exactly the same but with new assets. So that's my question about the thinking.
Yeah, because we I've been working really hard, deeply with the structure, the 3D structure, and we started to work with artistic directors of Activision here in Montreal, and it was really important to keep the base, and we you know everything has been built around that, and we were loving already that the art, and I think the art on MultiverseX of EAPES is something that was really really makes the difference, and it was a high quality. Mutant is like more an upgrade, I would say, of BYC at the base. uh, we will go over these kind of things, but with skins in the future. So it's kind of different. It's another approach. We were It was important for us to keep the roots in making sure that we impress and have a first big impression, and it has never come in our mind to do something else, really, to be honest.
It's very clear. It's very clear. Okay, so you decided to launch this new this extension of the collection on Solana. So why, first of all, why did you choose Solana? Did you benchmark other before choosing Solana, or was it an obvious choice? And second, how did you prepare your arrival on this new ecosystem, new technology, new KOL, new marketplaces, new partners, and so on?
Yeah. first, Solana always has been a no-brainer because of metaverses, the support, the community. We were already connecting with different communities, and what happened at the time is that but last summer is that I communicated with the manager of the launchpad of Magic Eden, and he was really impressed about the art, the 3Ds, the video, and everything. So we started to meet, and they were really interested in launching us. But at the time, we were ready. To be honest, we had built Candy Machine and everything to launch on our own launchpad. So it kind of surprised, and it was kind of a surprise, and at the time, and we just move on. So the speed of the blockchain, I'm really close with the Star Atlas community on Solana too. And before the launchpad, we contacted many project, over like 40 project that we connected with, and to making sure that but at the time it was like a market situation that wasn't easy to kind of like the liquidity was not at its best, and Bitcoin dominance was still very strong at that time. But we've been over that, and we did it. So really proud of that. Yeah, you were somewhere in your kitchen.
No, because I just closed. I closed a bit because there were too much light. But I was listening to you. Okay, so how the mint? How did it go? I mean, you made a partnership with Magic Eden
Yeah,
to launch the the collection. And so, how did it go? My question is, by launching this collection on Solana, you, I think, were expecting to have new holders from the Solana
yeah.
ecosystem. So, are you happy with these newcomers from from Solana, or maybe the collection was actually too much purchased by the current holders from multiverses? What's your I don't know, like bottom line of this operation? Are you happy, or is there any like still work to reach this Solana
Oh,
community?
this was clear from the beginning with Magic Kid, and we were like the prospect in the house, the newcomer, the rookie. So nobody knows much about apes, to be honest. So it was a real challenge, and everything happened very quickly. So we have to push very hard with incentives. There's no easy market on any blockchain right now. You need to jump on communities, connect with people, talk about your things, yeah, go over spaces, and make things happen for the best of the project. And also it always has been part of our white paper expansion, because of EAPES Island and the Other Worlds Hub. So it's just something natural for us to expand. But to be honest, too, with the current situation with MultiversX, it was a no-brainer too. Everything has been really natural, but always has been part of our strategic plan. It was really important to expand, meet new blockchain, meet new community, and it's not gonna stop, to be honest.
Okay, so except a part of launching this new collection, what is planned in terms of product, in terms of interoperability, in terms of connection with the apes on Solana? This is the first question. Is it just more art on a new blockchain, or is it a real combination of MultiverseX and Solana through EAPE? So, what's the vision between this cross chain strategy?
Yeah, it took some times to think about it, but it was really important for me, for us, the devs and the team, to be able to put a system implement a system that would allow us and allow every collection on every blockchain in the future to operate under the same dApp. So we've been pushing really hard for that, and um, like the roadmap on Magic Eden was clear. We were going with a staking system, a new soft staking system. Gamify. I've been pushing a lot to gamify everything. So really important. We want people to have fun, and at the same time, um, digital world is something that has been expanding, but I think we need to bring back more of you know physical value into the process, for me personally, because it's fun to have an asset, a digital asset, but you also want to have at some point merch, which is really cool for brand awareness, collectibles, physical items, really really important, in collector's edition. So the soft staking system is going to be available at the beginning of December, and you keep your NFTs in your wallet. So your own Solana, your own MultiversX, you keep your NFTs on your wallet, and the system scan every day every wallet of all the holders, and you get some banana points every day that and in the dApp, in your profile page, you'll be able to see a ranking. So it's going to be a race for 1 year, a real race with pit stops. So you raise your bananas, and at every level, at some point, every pit stop that you reach, you unlock loot boxes. And these loot boxes, you can unlock depending on the class of assets. You have different kind of loot boxes, and they will be revealed to you, and so you're gonna get merch, collectibles, like I've been saying, like sunglasses, accessories, mint pass, prestige badges. You're gonna have like premium card boxes. You're gonna have many many things, but like digital goods too. Like we have many surprise about that, but and game items. But it was really important to bring back the focus on physical items to
Mm.
to bring back more values.
So it's an interesting. I don't know if it's an alpha, but actually, it's a very good news because so it will be possible to stake without um, locking the NFT on the smart contract. So this is great for the liquidity actually of the NFTs on the secondary market. Um, how will you fund the loot box? I mean, you spoke about revenue. So there you're talking about UX, you're talking about uh, how to benefit from holding an NFT, but where will be the revenue and how will you fund this loot box, for example?
Um, there's many way. I'm not gonna go in details through that, but we've been able to mint a bunch of USD on Solana, so a bunch of Sol. We've been raising money. We've been really patient, making sure that we manage risk, and to make sure that we have a good amount. And we are. It's important to give back to, but it's not about this. Also, it's not only about this. It's about the sense of awareness to make feel people that they really unlock real values, physical item, digital, but also they enjoy that through a real game. And I remember you've been talking about a lot about the importance, especially in MultiversX, to gamify everything. And I've been reading about you about this, but it's something that always has been really important, and then we want to push and to make people enjoy, and you unlock a box and you want to share that where with the community, and you're you're like, wow, I just get this, an EAPES watch. What the fuck, it's like, and it's all the sense of awareness around that, and the promotion too, that is going to happen, because people will unbox, they will create some videos, they will share that on Hicks, they will share that with the community. So it's all about, bringing more value through all that. And you cannot sustain as a community if you don't give back. So right now, especially with the market, at the time it was, at Multiversix, when Multiversix was $500, you were able to do many things with royalties. Now we're living in another world, so we need to
Mm.
deal with that.
Okay. Like it. So let's go back to revenue. Is there anything you can share with us about what's your strategy for the next 12 months, for example, to generate some revenue for the project, maybe not depending on the EGLD itself, because as we know, we don't have a clear vision about what will be MultiversX in the 12th next month.
Yeah, yeah, man, a lot of strategy around that. I was, it's about managing risk too, making sure that you make grow your revenue too. We'll still have some good royalties that are coming from Solana too, but yeah, Multiversix volume is like pretty dead, so nothing really happens on that side. Even about this, we have also a strategy to, but I'm not gonna give all the information, but there is a surprise that is coming, and you don't build a project around hope. We can't. It's why we need to prepare and make sure that we can react if something happens. So we are prepared, and we have different things that we will propose to the community eventually, and that's really important. So we want the project to sustain, and every all the strategy is built about around substan- sustainability, durability. So this
Yeah,
word in English is,
sustainability.
yeah,
Yes.
it's sustainability, man. So yeah, it's and we
um,
also think that when people will see more value through these loot boxes, and I know our community is really competitive, and they wanted to you know move up in ranking, to make sure that also we will reward the top 10 of at the end of the race. And there's a lot of stuff people will discover through these loot boxes, so it's just gonna be amazing, and it's gonna make the wheel turn on our side, no doubt about this.
okay. Last question is about the situation of MultiverseX itself. In a few minutes, the MultiverseX US Foundry session will take place. A live broadcast from the US to try to rebuild a connection between the founders and the community, and to keep them informed of the project's progress. We recently learned about the fundraise of X Money, $21.5 million. Led by SWI Foundation, SWI Blockchain. So, do you have any particular expectation of this subject and on MultiverseX in general?
I don't have any expectation, to be.
Oh, okay. So the cut is great. I don't have any expectation. No, Benjamin told us to lower our expectation, not to have any. Uh,
You're back, man. Hey,
Mercy,
yeah, man.
It cut when you say I don't have any expectation. But
There's some hackers, bro, somewhere.
I'll let you finish. I give you back the mic.
uh, to, to be honest, I don't have any expectation. I'm just dealing with the reality right now of what has been, happening on MultiversX. The eagle is going down since 1,400 days, and we don't have any, revenue much coming from, volumes or whatever. And that's a problem right now project and leaders have, because they have a real problem to justify the expenses of all these breaking updates, because there's not much coming in. So it's a real challenge for all the project. And I know a lot of developers inside that community that are just giving their time for free.
Okay, sorry guys, but stay with us because the interview is almost finished, and just after we will, of course, join the US Foundry session to listen to what the Minkus brothers have to tell us. But of course, we will end this interview. Mercy,
Yeah, man.
I
It's
think we are
cutting.
clear. Yeah, it cuts again, but you know what? I think we got the answer. Not particular expectation, but you're facing what the situation is, and you focus on what you can do, on what you have the hand on, and that's, in my opinion, the best thing that a builder can do. Thank you very much, Mercy, for coming to
Pleasure,
this
man.
live interview. Thank you for the support. Good luck for, of course, everything. It's in 6 hours, the foundry session. Oh, okay. Okay. I thought the foundry session was now, but actually, it's not. It's later. Okay.
Yeah, closed doors. Yeah, in
Thank
New
you very
York.
much. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thanks to you,
Mercy.
man. Thanks
Take
for the
care.
invitation. And that was fast, 1 hour, man. Wow.
Yeah.
You know,
It
so
will
so
be.
many things to talk about.
Yeah, but this is but you know what, let's do this again in like 2 months maybe, to know more
Yeah,
about EAPES and about the project. But I think in this 1 hour interview we had everything, and it will be an easy format for the people who will watch it replay. It's always easier to have a 1 hour length
yeah,
interview than a 3 hours
yeah.
but
Or
let's
you
do
lose
this
people.
again. Yeah, definitely. But did we miss any topic? I don't think so.
Oh my God, the topic. We didn't talk much about MultiverseX. Maybe we do next time, or
Yeah, let's
but
do this next time.
all right.
Maybe after US Foundry session, we'll have a more clear vision of what they want to do. Yeah, thank you very much,
Thanks,
Mercy,
man.
again,
Thanks. Appreciate.
and good luck for
Thanks.
the next steps.
Thanks, brother. Have fun.
Thank you very
Cheers.
much. You too. Bye bye.
Bye.
This interview is over. I hope you enjoyed. Of course, if you have any more questions, feel free to join Discord, X. You can find all the links in the description of the video on YouTube. And yeah, take care of yourself, and see you. I think see you next week's on Wednesday, maybe, to come back to what we will learn from this US Foundry session all together. And in the meantime, of course, let's follow each other on X and discuss every single day. Take care of yourself, and see you later. Bye.